Last year in Chicago, more than 500 people died from gun violence. Most of this violence was concentrated in Black and poor neighborhoods.
According to recent research by Black Youth Project, nearly a quarter of Black youth report that either they or someone they know experienced gun violence. For instance, being threatened with a gun or being the victim of a shooting in the last year, compared with 14.5% of Latino youth and 8.3% of white youth. The higher levels of personal experience with gun violence then may help explain why young people of color are much more supportive than white youth of implementing more restrictive measures on gun ownership. Given this information, we wanted to know, how does a person's perception of violence affect their feelings of empowerment to change violence?
Help clean up and stuff after Hurricane Katrina.
Pictures are all that remain for Darius McGraw's family to remember him by. Last November, the 22-year-old was shot 4 times in the back while on the way to pick up his infant daughter, Harmony. His father, Arthur, says Darius was a community organizer and not involved in any gang activity.
I can see him just smiling. I just see him holding Harmony. I see him talking with his mom. I see him playing with his brother.
McGraw was one of 513 people killed in Chicago in 2012. That's more than any other U.S. city.
Darius was raised in one of Chicago's most violent districts. Despite this, Darius worked on grassroots campaigns addressing the root causes of violence in his neighborhood.
Gangs, fights, it depends on your neighborhood. Like if you have conflicts with other neighborhoods and like gangs, then that would start violence. Yeah.
Root cause of violence. Behavior, upbringing, economics, bitterness, environment. Lack of opportunity.
I think the root causes is people influencing other people. I don't really think people do it on their own.
Okay. What is one?
Well, I think number one is parents and understanding what guns are for and the use of them. I think we don't have enough training in that area with parents and young students.
I don't think I can reduce gun violence.
You should only have a license to own a gun, and if you don't and you get caught with one and they don't have your license, then you should go to jail for a certain amount of years.
In today's society, I still do believe racism is still a part of our constitutional, local, executive laws. But poor education means gangs. No education means gangs. So
It takes a lot of weeks to months to years to make a law if you don't speak upon it, and if you don't be consistent with what you want to do with your idea, it won't get passed.
Okay, thank you.
When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid.